you give up on your dreams, what do you have left? Nothing. I can't live that way. I have to live on the edge. That's why I'm in this business. It's never been about the money. It's always been about the love of the game and the energy I gained from it.
Hello everyone, this is DL Capital FX. This is a live market AUD USD on the 1 hour time frame. This trade we recently took this buy right here. We want to accompany price to the level of supply before we can be looking to short this market. This trade it is a bit complicated, but however I'm gonna try to make it as easy as I can. This trade from the 1 hour time frame, we saw the trend is clearly bullish. The market is creating a rising wedge. The market is creating a rising wedge. In a way, we want to buy this market, take it to the upside to complete the rising wedge before we can be looking to sell this market. This trade it has the potential to go all the way to this level of supply. Let me go to the daily time frame to show you the level of supply that I'm talking about. This trade has the potential to go to this level of supply, but however, the way the market it is overbought currently, I don't want to be holding this market for too long because anything is possible, anything can happen. So I want to be scalping this market because it is overbought. This trade from the 4 hour time frame, I also saw the market is clearly bullish. It's clearly bullish. As you can see, it broke structure above this high right here. After breaking structure above this high, I saw from the 1 hour time frame that there is a level of supply here. There is level of demand. I mean, this level of demand here. Let me see if I saw it from the 30-minute time frame. From the 30-minute time frame right here, this level of supply, as you can see, it is valid. It just grabbed liquidity below this low right here, even though I did not highlight this level of liquidity here, but you can see this level of supply, it grabbed the liquidity below this low before pushing the market to the upside. And then after breaking structure here, it returned to the level of supply that is valid, which broke structure, which grabbed liquidity, I mean. And then from the 1 minute time frame, it gave us an entry. We were looking for lower time frame confirmation. From the 1 minute, we are targeting this high here. I'll explain why. From the 1 minute time frame, you can see it is not complicated. The market, it broke structure above this high. This was a simple downtrend. The market gave us a change of character above this high right here, and returned to our level of demand here. This is where we got our entry, and then we are targeting this high right here, simply because we are scalping this market here. We want to be selling this market after it tapped the level of supply that I showed you from the daily time frame right here. We just want to scalp this market here and take it all the way to this level of high right here, because of there is liquidity resting above this high. The liquidity that is resting above this high, which is Asian high. The Asian high is the liquidity. The Asian low, which is the liquidity, has been grabbed. The market is left to go grab the Asian high. There is levels of supply here that are respected right here on purpose to invite people to sell. Levels of supply that are created right here that has those fair value gaps, those engulfing candlesticks, those levels of supply that have been respected here and here, and the trend line that is formed right here inviting people to sell. That is why there are so many people who are selling this market. That is why we are buying this market to take it all the way to the upside, to grab liquidity to the upside. I'll update you guys how this trade goes. We're targeting 8R on this single trade. We're targeting 8R on this trade. Let's go back to the 1 hour time frame. In the 1 hour time frame, I'm going to show you how much you're targeting. This trade has the potential to break this high. Actually, this trade is going to break this high the way I see it. But for me to be safe, you can see 8R is the big thing. Just want to target 8R on this very single trade and get out of the market. Get out of the market. And get out of the market. As you can see, it is moving very nice right now from the 1 minute time frame. I'll show you from the 1 minute time frame. Is moving nice. It is moving nice. It's moving nice. I'll update you guys how this trade goes. This is DL Capital FX. We are signing out.
It feels like we have such a long way to go.
I know, but look how far we've come.
I just don't think I can do this. I'm never going to find a home.
You know, sometimes
Hello everyone, this is DL Capital FX. This is a live market AUD USD on the 30 minutes time frame. That trade that we took, it hit TP at 8R. This is the very same trade that I talked about, that the market is going to push to the upside to break the liquidity above the Asian high. That trade, it hit TP at 8R as you can see. We took this trade from the 1 minute time frame. As you can see, the market gave us a very beautiful, awesome sniper entry right here. Let me explain this trade. I hope someone will catch something here and try to understand. The market now is respecting demand, as you can see. I know most of my videos I'll be like, the market is respecting supply. It isn't a supply chain. Currently it is respecting demand. It's the same thing as supply demand, you see, such kind of things. So now it is respecting demand. I can't say it isn't a demand chain. There is no such a thing, but the market is respecting demand. Demand is in control of this market, therefore you want to be buying this market. You can't be confused by areas of supply here. These areas of supply, they're not going to own the market. They're just there to invite people to sell the market so that they can be buyers. That's it. That is why they are there. The areas of supply in a buying market, they have to be there so that people can be confused and try to sell, so the market can go to the upside. So you can see there is liquidity. Okay, let me start from the high time frame before I be talking about liquidities from the 30 minutes time frame. Let me start clearly from the daily time frame. From the daily time frame, it was also not that complicated. We simply bought this market that is overbought to try to accompany it to areas of supply. It is overbought, though we bought it is still overbought. I used to say that buying the market that is overbought is not a good idea. Right here, that is why our TP was so close. Simply because we are scalping the market, it is overbought. This trade, it was not that high probable because of the market is overbought. I always say buy high, buy low and sell high. So here I bought even though the market is high, simply because I wanted to scam the market. Is playing with price action while you're waiting for the market to get to your point of interest where you want to enter the market and hold the market. You simply scam the market to accompany it to your area of interest. Just in case your area of interest doesn't play out or it doesn't hold, you made something along the way accompanying the market to your area of interest. So from the daily time frame, we simply saw trend is clearly bearish. The market is respecting supply. From the daily time frame, as you can see right here, there's an area of supply here. I did not highlight it, but I'm highlighting it now. There's an area of supply here that the market respected. There's an area of supply here that the market respected. As you can see, the market is respecting areas of supply. There is an area of supply here that is left unmitigated here, that is not respected. Therefore, we accompany price to areas of supply so that you can be looking for lower time frame confirmation to take the market all the way to the downside, to grab liquidity below this low right here, the liquidity below this area of demand, below all these demands that the market is respecting currently. The market is respecting these demands so that it can help that motive to push the price to the downside. It is inviting people to buy so that it can sell later. And that is what it is doing. As you can see currently on the lower time frames, it is respecting the demand to invite people to buy. Just like I bought this market, it made 8R. Someone is still holding this market. That is what they want. They want us to hold so that they can be able to open the opposite positions against us and push the market to the downside. Because without buyers, there wouldn't be sellers. Without sellers, there wouldn't be buyers. Therefore, if they want to sell the market, they have to invite people to buy. If they want to buy the market, they have to invite people to sell. That is what they do. That is what I see this candlesticks right here doing. That is what I see happening when I look at the chart. I see manipulation all over. Right here, there was manipulation here. They were inviting people to buy so they can sell, grab their liquidity, use their liquidity to push the market all the way to the upside. Right here, they invited people to sell right here on an area of supply just so that they can buy the market. Simply liquidity. This is manipulation. Everything on the chart is manipulation. That is why there are so many strategies. I said this before. So let's start from the day time frame. Let me not talk too much. Let me just get straight to the point. From the daily time frame, we can see trend. The market is breaking structure to the downside. It is respecting areas of supply and disrespecting areas of demand. Me saying it disrespects areas of demand, I simply mean it breaks the lows. Right there was an area of demand. The market disrespected the area of demand. Right there was an area of demand. It disrespected the area of demand. Right there was an area of demand. It disrespected an area of demand. So the market is disrespecting demand, but it is respecting supply. Right there was an area of supply. The market respected the area of supply. Right there, area of supply respected an area of supply. Right there is an area of supply. The market, it left this area of supply not respected. It left it and mitigated. Therefore, as you can see, it is returning to that area of supply, creating liquidity to the downside. Right here, there is a trend line right there. Therefore, there is liquidity to the downside. Let me highlight it properly for you guys to see. This is a trend line right here. The first touch, the second touch, and the third touch. This is simply liquidity. As you can see, people bought right here. People bought on this third touch here, they put their stop losses right here. People bought on this level of demand here, put their stop losses right here. People are still going to buy the market when it return to this level of demand. Where are their stop losses? Right here. People who bought right here, people who bought right here, people who bought right here. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame to show you guys something. People who bought right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, and I bought here. People who bought here, their stop losses are to the downside. The stop losses to the upside above this high has been cleared above here, here, and here, here. Above highs are being cleared so that they can what they're doing now, that they're clearing the buy side liquidity. They will need to count to clear the sell side liquidity. That is what I'm trying to explain. They will need to count to clear the sell side liquidity. The sell side liquidity is going to be cleared very, very soon. So from the high time frame, we can see nothing fancy, nothing complicated. Everything is textbook here. Everything is textbook. So from the day time frame, we saw trend. We go to the 4-hour time frame. From the 4-hour time frame, we see the internal trend, which is bullish. The external trend was bearish. The internal trend, it has to be bullish. They can't both be bullish or they can't both be bearish. If the internal trend is bullish, the external trend is bearish, and vice versa. So I saw the internal trend, which is bullish, and the market is it is respecting demand from the lower time frames. Therefore, I was like, okay, this market is respecting demand currently. Why it is respecting demand? To invite people to buy so that they can be sellers in the near future. So as the market is respecting demand, let me also try to buy this market, to scalp it. Let me make it different and scalp it. So I would say, okay, let's say I can see here, don't worry about that. As I can see right here, the market, it broke structure. Firstly here, it broke structure above this high, respected the demand. It broke structure right here. I saw the market returning to an area of demand. I was like, I can't just avoid this. As much as I'm waiting for the market to come to this level right here so that I can sell, I can still accompany the market to take it to this level before I can sell, take it all the way to the downside. How can I do that? I go to the lower time frames. I went to the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame, also saw, okay, there's a level right here. This level right here, the demand is respected. This level right here, I saw that there is a level of demand that is valid, because this level of demand, it grabbed liquidity below this low. Below this low, there was liquidity. Obviously, the market did grab liquidity, pushing to the upside to break structure. It returned right here to grab even more liquidity below this equal lows right here. After grabbing liquidity below this equal lows, I went to the 1-minute time frame. That is where I saw my entry. From the 1-hour time frame, I saw there is a level of demand here, but it's not valid on the 1-hour time frame. So I went to the 30-minute time frame. For as I remember, is it the 30 minutes? Yes. In the 30-minute time frame, you can see right here this level of demand here, which grabbed liquidity below this low. So after the market grabbed liquidity below this low, broke structure above this high, it returned to our level of demand to grab even more liquidity below equal lows, and then left behind liquidity above the Asian high and even above the Asian high. It grabbed liquidity below the Asian low and even below this Asian low right here. Therefore, it need to go clear the liquidity to the upside. That is why I bought this market, because I saw that the liquidity to the downside has been cleared and the demand has been respected, and the liquidity to the upside has been created to be cleared. So from the 30 minutes time frame, I saw this demand being respected. I went to the 50 minutes time frame. From the 50 minutes time frame, I saw right here that there is something going on. However, on the time frame I'm on is not clear. There is something going on here. I saw after the market grabbed liquidity here. Let me highlight something here so that we are not confused. Let me highlight this area of equal lows here. This area of equal lows is simply liquidity. Equal lows, not equal highs, equal lows. So you can see here, this area of equal lows here, it is simply liquidity. The market, it came to grab liquidity below this equal lows. After grabbing the liquidity, I went to after I saw this liquidity grab by me, from the 50 minutes time frame, you can see there is no point, there is no valid entry right here. But from the 1 minute time frame, I went firstly, I went to the 5 minute time frame. From the 5 minute time frame, I also saw, okay, there is something telling me about this price action right here. This price action, here's something. Let me go to the 1 minute time frame. From the 1 minute time frame, that is where I saw my entry. That's where I saw my entry from the 1 minute time frame. As you can see, this was a beautiful trade, a beautiful 1 1:8 right here. We're risking 1 to make 8. So you can see here, right here. Let me do this. Oh shit, snap. Let me see. Enter this market right here. Yes. As you can see here, I saw the market, it created a high, a low, so I was waiting for it to turn bullish to break the high and give us a change of character and return to our level of interest, creating even more manipulation to the upside in terms of trend lines right here. Therefore, I saw, okay, this market is going to turn when it gets to this level of demand. That is where we took our entry to take the market all the way to the upside. It was not that complicated. Currently, I still believe that it's going to push to the upside to that level of supply. This trade, it was not that complicated. Simply easy 8R.
Watch out!
This was easy 8R, even though it's still difficult somewhat, but you stay long enough in the game, you'll see that it's an easy 8R, because I believe sometimes it goes with experience. I believe it goes with experience, because it goes with experience. For me not to tell too much, simply it goes with experience. As you can see, this was simply easy 8R. I also saw a re-entry right here on this level of demand here, but I did not take it. I was like, let me just leave my original entry and not enter here, just leave it run, because simply I'm scalping this market. Let me not put too many entries. As you can see, this one, it was also not that complicated. It was just like this one. The market created liquidity right here. It grabbed liquidity. It came to create liquidity again to the upside. It grabbed liquidity to the downside before grabbing the liquidity to the upside. Right there, it created liquidity to the upside. It grabbed this liquidity. It created liquidity to the upside and to the downside. It grabbed liquidity to the downside and the left liquidity to the upside. Therefore, it returned to the upside to take out the liquidity to the upside. That is why we were doing confusing both sellers and buyers.
Watch out!
But this one, if it was if you did not understand what I did here, simply subscribe and comment on what you did not understand, and we are happy to help. Please subscribe to our channel, like, comment and share. Please subscribe to our channel, like, comment and share with your friends, and learn manipulation. What you're trying to do here on YouTube is simply to make people more wiser when it comes to manipulation, so we can avoid manipulation. Obviously, we want all avoid manipulation. I'm also manipulated. For as much as I'm preaching manipulation, I'm also manipulated, because I'm not taking only wins. I do take losses, just like everyone, just like every mentor out there. They also take losses. Most of them, they won't show you their losses, because simply they want you to buy their courses. That's how it is. That's how it is. They won't show you their losses because you have to buy the course. For you to buy the course, you have to see winners. But you are not offering any course, and I'm not saying anything bad about anyone, but I'm simply saying subscribe and learn liquidity. You don't have to pay for these things. We're not offering any courses. We are saying subscribe, and learn liquidity. This is DL Capital FX. We are signing out. Please subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share. We'll keep on posting such kind of videos because I believe that they are helping someone out there. As much as also we are also being helped in this game. We are not having everything figured out, but we try our best. This is DL Capital FX. We're signing out. Please subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share.
We're all in a rush to get rich. We're always in a rush to get rich. But we're not. It's a fucking journey if you're going to get rich. And you got to fucking plan it out. I want to be rich. What do you mean you want to be rich? I want to have, let's break this down. Millions, billions, gazillions. What do you want to have? You want to have fucking Rockefeller money? Nah, I just want to be able to eat a cheeseburger. At least you know. At least you narrowed it the fuck down, you know?